I got matched for Cage Wars Glasgow.
Aye.
We got a name?
I won't. Aye.
Fighting out of the G4 Studios, Scotland, Paul Bearchew Craig, Chris, the bad guy, Bungard, Ross Cooper. Presenting from the streets or in the shade, it's time for Leather Podcast.
What's happening?
What's happening with you boys? You talking about a training? Talking about a shop, kid?
Aye.
What have you been up to?
Aye, big fucking Sean Clancy fucking everyone up.
It's no like him.
Ross, he was giving it to Ross Houston last night.
Was he?
At like end of the class, there was 2 rounds of grappling, just 2 6. James was like, just do 2 6s, call it a night. So Sean's obviously chucked him about in the first 6, and Ross has tried to like get it back. I went, "Oh, just go with it again, Sean." And I looked over there again. Ross is just fucking. I was like, "Why? But why? Just go with someone else." Do you know what I mean? But,
what's his weight like? What's thing's weight like? Ross Houston?
Ross, he looks massive.
Aye.
He said he was like 93 or something.
Wow.
But he's broad as fuck. He looks bigger than me. See, when you see him, I would say mine and his weight isn't far away. I think he's telling the truth.
Do we know who he's fighting yet? I know he's on the London card for Bellator.
He was saying he's Bellator London. I never asked him about a person or anything, and so I don't know if he's allowed to say who he's fighting or what he's. I'm sure he fucking did tell me actually.
Is it welterweight or is it middleweight?
No, it's a catch weight. It's, I want to say 79. I'm pretty confident it's 79. That's what I feel quite confident it was 79. He said, because I was like, "Oh, you looking? Are you doing something different? Are you fighting a different weight class?" I catch weight. So I want to go down to 77, but I will just see what happens. I was like, "Fucking what?"
Right.
Just like, forget how tall he is, though.
That was his whole game plan with regards to being when he was originally fighting all the years ago. He was much bigger than everybody.
Be massive.
Be massive. Be the big guy for the weight. And it worked for him.
Aye. But he was being all right. But I couldn't. He sort of walked on the mat and he like didn't look. And I was like, "Oh fuck it, I'm just gonna say hello." And it goes one way. Either he tells you to fuck off or he's cool. Okay, because I wasn't sure of all the stuff with Jamie. I wasn't sure of when I was up at Castis. He never spoke to me. He like ignored me.
Well,
so I don't know. I did.
He's coming into your team now, so he's joining your team. So the only way he can be is respectful.
He was sound as fuck, aye. I can't say a bad word. And then he was going away down to Carlisle in Wales the day for medicals or something like that. He had to stop over in Carlisle and then he had to go down to Wales for his medicals.
What was the thinking behind K-Stace as a name? What does that mean something or does it represent something?
Glove, is it no, armoured glove?
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Well, there must be something behind it because you don't just pluck that out of the sky. I'm going to call this show K-Stace.
Aye. So it's like an armoured glove or something like that.
Right, okay.
What's happening with you? How is
Vegas is all right, man. It's
sunny.
It's 6 in the morning, or it's just after 6 in the morning, so I'm not long up. I'll do some training. Did that yesterday morning, got up, did some training, did a bit of shopping, walked about the city, and put in that check finally, which is like I've had a check for almost like a year, and I managed to get that put into the account, so that's a Brucey bonus. And then it's just going to be doing all the UFC shit. I get told today that I'm not actually going to the show.
Why?
I'm going to a viewing party.
Not good enough. No good looking enough, bro.
Aye, but the bonus is that same again. I get paid. So for us to go to the UFC show, we don't get paid. But for me to go to the, do you remember the place where we went, Chris? With the screens.
Is it like a fan zone style thing?
What, like the pool thing?
The swim up pool, yeah. What was that called?
Circa.
So that's where I have to go, and I have to do a viewing party in there. So it'll be me.
I know where I'd rather be, bro.
It's going to go sideways for me, but because you know what's going to happen, man. I'm going to start boozing. It's going to start getting fucking wild, and then I'm going to be in the water, jump my boot and my gut hanging out. Like, people are going to be like, is that Jamal Hill?
Who have you seen cutting a bit? And
Have you got a tan?
Have you seen Yuri's? Have you seen Yuri's interview on Ariel Helwani saying man to man he says that Alex Pereira is using black magic against him. I mean, I was like, I thought he was joking, so I watched it again so that I could see his actual. And he's pure deadpan. He's like, look, I know he's got a lot of spiritual stuff going on for his hometown. And I'd appreciate if he just didn't do that. I was like, he fucking believes this.
I've seen Justin Gaethje was in. He got in yesterday, so I've seen Justin Gaethje and his manager, which is what's his name, Ali Abdiaziz.
Aye.
So I've seen they two yesterday afternoon. Justin Gaethje is potentially one of the ugliest guys I've ever seen.
Aye.
Like
ugliest.
Like up in person, he's fucking ugly. It's a hell of a fighter, one hell of a fucking fighter. But he's fucking ugly.
What about the Eagles MMA? Just basically have a terrorist in their fucking ranks, not what I mean? Let's be honest.
Was that the Livingston, wasn't it?
In the Dagestan shootings, and what's that?
20 people died.
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the police security forces in Dagestan's capital got attacked, like police, soldiers, things like a synagogue and an Orthodox church got shot up by a bunch of Islamic militants, and at least one was training at Eagles MMA.
Wow.
So
probably managed by your man as well.
But
Khabib's jumped on it quick.
Have you seen?
Said, look, he only ever did one camp. He was near a guy.
Have you seen the stuff about the gym in Stirling?
No.
So there's something about
the jungle one.
I'm sure it's Adam Stevenson's. There is like
I don't know what's going on.
So there's a group. I'll send you the link over. But for what I read, there's a group of young guys who are fucking jump about saluting Nazi salutes and being pretty fucking anti
every country.
Anti-ethnic. Just and they're using the MMA to recruit people.
I've not heard of that, but Ross maybe get a membership.
Where is this? Is this in Stirling?
I heard Ross was the founding member.
I heard it was my gym.
We need to check this out first before we start fucking sailing gyms down the river.
No. I'll send you the thing over. Just a bit fucked up. I meant to put it in the day, but I received it when I was flying over, so I couldn't send it to you. Or I just forgot because I'm in fucking Vegas. That's a boy Trump.
Where about you going to train? Just the PI?
So I've been training downstairs they've got a nice hotel gym. I'm in the Resort World. I'm going to hit up Extreme Couture and hit up some Jiu-Jitsu. Jiu-Jitsu is one of these things.
The PI's probably mobbed actually, eh?
Aye,
because it's fighting could be busy as fuck.
I will go to the PI at some point, but training wise, I'm just going to go to Couture MMA and do some grappling there. I don't have gloves, I don't have any of that kind of stuff, but you can always go anywhere in the world. You can rock up with a pair of shorts and a t-shirt and go in and grapple. So that's what I'm doing.
You don't use a cup anyway, so it's
I know. I like to feel man.
Bring a gum shield. I don't wear a gum shield.
I don't. That kind of stuff doesn't bother me. I don't need any protection in a robe because it's not a real fight.
Mate, see, lately I've not been training without the cup, eh? I'm not doing it. Like, I'm just not getting booted in the balls and having to miss rounds and fucking feeling sick just because you've got your nuts caved in. Same with the gum shield, like, just straight away, cup on, gum shield out. I'm not fucking about. I'm not wanting anything else going wrong.
I had
hot to it. Hot to it.
It's been my thing.
That's all series these memes for this chick.
She's so famous, man.
For nothing. For just hooring.
Just for talking about spitting on a dick, man.
She probably doesn't even do it. That's the worst bit. Probably doesn't even do it.
Well, why you got to say that shit, man? Why you got to wait? Why you got to break
I know,
just break your reality?
I don't know. She
guys.
seems cool,
it's
but
a chick's gimmick. That's a chick's gimmick, not
I
me.
know. When we're going to see like an ex-boyfriend or something come out and be like, aye, well, she was like that. I've seen it. Then I'll believe it.
So,
What?
I was. So why don't kids are talking about school and doing? Like, this is primary kids. They're doing like the choking on dick sound, like honk, honk, honk. So kids are jumping about schools, and this is the noise they're making. So I imagine this is what they're going to be doing next. Do, but I don't know if they know what it is.
No, definitely no. But fucking my son, I heard him on the phone the other day to his pals, and they were like, "Hey, we were watching your dad's TikToks." So there's obviously that's the thing. Once they're that age, once they hit that 13-year-old, they've got access to TikTok. They're seeing all this nonsense, and that's when I just start thinking like, oh. But the stuff we come out with is pretty PG. To be fair, some of what you see is fucking.
We are not PG, bro.
We are. Think we're bad, like. I think we're that bad.
You're bad. Me and him are all right.
I'm the chilled out one. It's used to.
I've been digging a bit of that. You know, like Lauren Compton. One with the big tits, man. Like huge fucking heavies.
Oh,
does it?
Sure.
Does other podcasts as well. She has a lot of podcasts with the comedians and stuff like that, but she's always got the heavies out. But she is fine. Greg, you know what I'm talking about?
What's her name?
Because I've just been googling her. Sorry, my mic was
Lauren Compton.
I'm going to. What are we looking on Instagram,
She's an older chick.
No, I'm just playing on the flag.
She's got two big great personalities.
Does a lot of stuff like Mark Normand and stuff like that, but she's always got them in me, but she's constantly on my reels, you know. Don't know if it's
I am Lauren Compton.
TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that, but
Cricky McJingles.
She's fine.
She's 36.
Is she? I thought she was older than that.
Yeah, she looks wholesome.
Aye, she looks wholesome. Aye.
She does. She looks like somebody you'd love to take home to meet your mother. Like, this is Lara.
Your dad would like her.
She'll hawk to her.
Do you think she's a hawk to her?
Oh, she'll
spit on that. She'll spit on that thing.
Lauren Compton is definitely a hawk to her, man. Definitely.
It's the accent as well, because she's got that like Tennessee accent.
Would you split her arm? Would you split her arm?
Yes, I would.
The graphic of that, I split her arm. Yeah, split her arm.
So,
it's horrendous, mate.
Bungard, you love this. So seeing the flight over, I had a wee.
What are you watching?
I had a wee Brad Pitt date myself.
All right.
To start to finish.
Consisting of?
Brilliant. So, first film I went for.
Double feature? Was that a wee double feature?
No, mate.
Triple feature?
I went for about 4 films. I went for World War Z was the last one I watched. I watched The Mexican. Have you seen that?
Oh, aye. I think it was in it. James Gandolfini?
James Gandolfini's fucking brilliant in it.
I know.
And then
brilliant. It's about the gun in it, the old gun.
Aye.
Never seen it? Amazing.
It's one of these films where you probably know watching it because it's got Brad Pitt and Julia Roberts in, thinking this is going to be a shitty rom-com shit.
Aye. But
it's actually really good. It's brilliant. So anyway, I watched that. What was there was what's the other film I watched? Oh, Fury. Fucking hell, man.
Fury is the guy. So
what a film.
Who's the best in Fury though? Because they're all good in it.
Oh,
Shia LaBeouf's good in it, isn't he?
He's very good in it. He's the pure very religious guy.
John Bernthal.
Mm-hmm. I like his character because he's just fucking nasty. Like he's just a mean guy.
He's got military in him, hasn't he? I'm sure he does a lot of podcasts, like the guy who played The Punisher and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure he's done a lot of stuff for.
Oh, was he in the army?
The military and the police and stuff like that, especially in Baltimore. Round about there, I think he was.
Aye, what was the series he was in? I Make Big Money.
Aye,
kind of what I mean.
Aye, but
and he was the policeman who fucking
wrecks every. I think he's done stuff round about that area though.
Aye, he's very good in it, especially as the bad kid when they go into the fucking civilians' house and just start eating their food and that. I like that.
They no try and shag a bird, and he's like, "Aye," you're like, "Don't touch her" or something like that.
Right.
And the wee guy likes her.
They catch the SS officer and shoot him in that, even though he's surrendered.
Aye, I thought he was
I thought
the chicks were getting raped, man. I was like, "Don't date Brad, Please don't do it.
Aye,
They can't.
they had the slick back, can't they?
Aye.
That was a hairstyle back in the days.
Did Shia LaBeouf know the method acting for that as well? And he didn't wash for like months at a time and all that to actually get into character?
Did he?
Probably. Yes.
I
I'm
also,
sure
wa-
there's stories about people hating working with him because he was stinking.
I also
Based on
wa-
a true story.
I watched Iron Claw as well. Sorry, I'm just in the process of. I watched Iron Claw.
Oh, did you see Iron Claw?
Aye.
Aye. So
Did you watch
far.
Iron Claw?
Aye. So good.
Mate, how good is it?
So
Like,
far.
see the end?
Aye.
Mate, Zac Efron, wow. I was
know.
sitting in the flight and I was looking at her in the way and I'm like, this is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing.
Aye.
Honestly,
I
couldn't
watched
believe how
that-
good it was.
Under Paris last night. It was all right. It was all right. It wasn't amazing. It was all right.
Is this about the sharp one?
It's a couple of bits are a wee bit silly, but it
When
was
they
all
jump
right.
out, when they
Aye.
jumps out the water, man, it's like,
Or
right.
when all the triathletes are swimming about and it just starts hitting them on, you're like, oh, come on, eh? But it was all right.
See with the Iron Claw film, Paul, though, because I didn't really know too much about the Von Erichs, like, I didn't know how many they were, blah, blah, blah. So I was always like, is that Texas Tornado? I was like, is that Texas Tornado? I was just picking, like, what one's Texas Tornado, you know what I mean? Because I didn't know his first name.
Aye.
Turns out it was a guy that lost his leg, man.
I know. I see that bit.
And he was still wrestling.
I know. And then obviously fucking wipes himself out as well.
Remember, his dad's like, you've got the Intercontinental, that's the second biggest, but I want to like the world, basically. His dad was just always
That's a piece of
wanting
shit.
the big time, wasn't he?
That
Aye.
was just a bad guy in the whole film, and then it turns out he was robbing him. He was robbing El Zac Efron.
Even at the end where like the cunt at the tree, his dad was like doing the garden and all that. He's just like, you're just a piece of shit. Your fellow
Right.
boys are all fucking dying. You know what I mean?
No,
can't.
brilliant film, man. I kind of think that see the girl that's in it who married Zac Efron. I kind of think she's hot.
Aye, aye, definitely.
I don't know what it is about her, but there's something wholesome again because she was in Baby Driver, as well, and I was like,
Aye,
I'd
aye,
split
that's
her
what she was in. That's Split Ham, definitely.
I'm going to have to hit this tonight.
What about the end scene where he's like, I had brothers.
Oh no!
Just sitting there with his sons.
I know in the
Sons all playing.
He starts crying. Why are you crying, Daddy? Because I had brothers.
Because he'd never get in the
Aye.
film. He hadn't get until then.
Because
I like Zac Efron's an actor.
Yeah.
Even though he was talking about like high School Musical.
Why-
Bill Burr always says,
Aye.
what's this made of? Cottage cheese?
he's
21 Jump Street.
he's very good. Like, it doesn't matter what he's playing. If he's playing like the comedy role, the serious role, he fucking puts it all into it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think his abs need to be that popping though, man. They're like, literally like,
They got all
Okay,
fucking
just-
shredded, man.
aye.
Have
See-
a couple of cheat days a week. buddy.
Seen Bad Neighbours, you ever seen that?
Aye.
Brilliant.
He's brilliant in that. He is brilliant in that, but he's just, in Baywatch, he's just shredded like more than any athlete I know.
Aye. It's
Bad Neighbours a good one.
What is he on? What who's
the good gear.
who's giving him his stuff, know what I mean? Aye.
Aye. They mind when Stallone got caught with the same stuff.
He's on that Venice
Aye.
Beach juice.
And he wasn't allowed into. He wasn't allowed into Australia. I'm sure it was. They found stuff in his suitcase and wouldn't let Stallone in.
Still on?
Aye.
Aye.
That was a while ago now, but they've all got to. That's the thing. If you're wanting these parts in these films, you're gonna have to do it. It's just it
No.
kind of comes with the territory. Eh?
No, if you're a boy Chris Bungard.
That's it. Tell us about it.
What?
Yesterday.
What
Was it yesterday?
What
the-
the scar?
Aye.
Yeah, he just.
Like I was trying not to ask you too much before.
It
'cause
wasn't,
I'm like,
it wasn't for a big scene. It was kind of just for a short fucking waking up out of coma scene. So it was like eye shot. So it was like the eyes opening up. So they were above me. It was like above view in the hospital bed. But to see the scar because I've obviously been fucking macheted in the face,
Aye, so,
got
so, the,
chopped up. But
so the guys that don't
so
actually,
it's kind of like a
you want to fill them in.
So
for
like
it,
a wee
it's just
cliffhanger. Right, it's a wee cliffhanger. So I'm shooting two things in it. There's a short film I'm shooting for some of the film festivals.
Nice.
It's about MMA. So I've been asked to play a coach, and it's so the fighter is coming off 2 losses. No offense, Ross, but
I
he didn't have a dad. He did. I'm coming off one. He didn't have a dad, so the guy kind of looks at his coach as a father figure, where the coach doesn't just looks at him as a fighter in the gym. He's just trying to make. Then he'll kind of move on to the next fighter if he's not doing well. So the short stories about me are about the mental side of a fighter and like family, and then obviously he's looking up to this coach, and the coach is kind of. He's no his dad basically. He's just like it's a short movie. It's not long obviously. So
is that
I've
Fringe related?
I don't know. I think they're going festivals all over the world.
All right, okay.
Aye. So I'm playing the coach basically, just need to be dry and stuff like that. So that's something I'm working on now, and then obviously Supply and Demand just wrapped up. That was the last scene done yesterday. Done a bit of face painting and that, getting some of the woman that does it, Jennifer. I hope that's her name. Sorry. She's really good, man. Like some of
it's pretty cool.
the stuff she was doing. So they were also shooting in the other hospital bed I seen, but I had the wee lady with me, and that's because once they start working on your face, you can't open your eyes at all because all the acid shit and that. And like if you're home and it goes in there, it's horrible. It's bad enough breathing the shit in. Like it was horrible. So I couldn't see the Wayne, and I could hear her footsteps now, and I'm like trying to tell her to shush, but obviously they're rolling, know what I mean? But she was actually alright, she enjoyed it, and she didn't really bother when my face was done. She was just like, face paint, daddy, like, so she knew, kind of, but it was a cool wee scene, just the old Frankenstein, open your eyes up basically, know what I mean? But it's like kind of a cliffhanger, so sorry to ruin the ending in part 2, but aye.
So you're alright?
Aye, I think.
I'll bring a photo up on screen for folk to see.
I'm soldiering on, I think, so.
Aye.
But I've got a few wee things in the pipeline with the acting and that. So
good, mate.
Especially they be short films for like all the film festivals they're good, but it gets you out there a wee bit because they take them everywhere, or Europe and America and stuff like that. So it's just my experience, really.
You enjoying it? That's the main thing, eh?
Aye, because this is different. Like my other roles, I've been a lot of anger, and that's no acting for me. I can do that in a drop of a hat, but like to show no emotion as a coach and being dry, and that's different. It's different. Me,
because that's not how you coach
aye,
either. That's
aye,
not how
so
you corner. That's not how you even are the guys in the gym.
You just need to tell me this guy, coach called Barry. Tell me a bit about Barry, and that's it. So I can start kind of portraying how I'm going to act and my manners and stuff like that. So we'll see how it goes. I've got rehearsals tomorrow for it as well. So.
Whereabouts that in Glasgow?
It's in the university. It's in Napier. Edinburgh.
Oh, really?
It's in Edinburgh.
Oh, cool.
So there's 3 different ones which I didn't know, and they're so far apart. I just thought
the campuses.
I just thought they'd be doing about each other. No, it's the other side of the other side of Edinburgh. I'm like, great.
Aye.
But I'm having a bit of fun with it, and I just training for a fight as well. Obviously, I'm in fight camp, so keep forgetting that. It's kind of training in the morning, acting during the day, and training at night. So staying busy, but I like it busy. I like it busy. It needs to be busy, man.
Guys, mixed martial arts, combat sports, jiu-jitsu, there's an element of injuries that are involved in this. So why not intervene before it becomes an issue? This can be something as simple as swelling, knee dislocation, pain in the knee. There's a whole host of things that can be linked with this. Some serious stuff like MCL tears, massive knee reconstructions. So why not use something that's going to just support you a little bit more? And where I would be looking is Anaconda. Anaconda's got a whole host of products out there to help prevent injuries. They're also there to help support you getting back to the mat as quickly as you possibly can. The one for me that stands out is the knee brace, and the reason I like the knee brace is there are a whole host of features that's going to help you get back on the mat and feel more confident if it's the knee issue you've got. It's got a rubberized band around the top that's going to stop it from slipping, which is quite a common issue with guys training. The knee brace slides down and offers no protection. It's also got straps at the side that offer support to the knee to stop that lateral movement. So as I'm saying, is if you've got a dislocated knee, or you've maybe got like some issues with your MCL, ACL, all this kind of stuff. Not only that, there's also an added gel pad in the inner that just protects that knee. If you're maybe putting some damage on the ground or landing heavy on that knee, this will definitely help you. So rather than suffering or not being able to train to your full potential, why not hit up Anaconda and look at their knee brace? It's just something that's going to help you get to the mat or stay in the mat a lot longer. Some of us are getting older, some of us are getting injuries for years ago. Why not look at Anaconda and use the support products that they've got to help you prolong your combat sport experience?
I think it makes your day, it's easier to go to training at night when you've had a busy day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think, see if you have like a pure lazy, see guys who are like at a fucking job where they kind of just aren't doing fuck all day. I think to then come to your work, to come to the gym at night is hard work, because you're slowed away doing, you're no doing anything, your mind's kind of got a bit numb, you've just sat scrolling on your phone all day, you haven't been like go, 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 go. And I think that makes it harder. If you've not got a busy, I like to have a busy day and then train at night, and it's just like a nice ending to my day, if that makes sense, rather than, see if I had like a day off and I sat about, so see like today, I have no work or anything, but if I never had the podcast as well, and then see try to train tonight, I'd just be like, I feel fucked, because you've done nothing, your mind hasn't been buzzing all day. That's why it's important, I think, to keep like Paul, you do a lot of reading when you've got a fight camp as well, because you have to keep your fucking brain just firing all the time, because otherwise you just start to slow down and go to sleep.
I done a 2-hour boxing session last night with Lawrence, Paul. As obviously you know who Lawrence is. It was like feet work and shadow boxing for about an hour. I'm not kidding on. My soles in my feet this morning. Oh my god, we're just constantly working. Then the second half is mere pad work and stuff like that. But it's been a while since I done a couple in a row with Lawrence. Like I don't like doing 2 or 3 hour sessions. I don't. I'm like a wee hour and a half. Then at night, maybe an hour. I hate putting 2 or 3 sessions in a row together. I don't usually. I stopped doing that when
we went full time.
I wasn't working, basically. Aye.
The
last night
full time. That's what we did.
The last night in the morning, I didn't. Well, I did do a session, but I couldn't make one in a session because I was acting. So that's why I done the 2 with Lawrence. It was good. It was great. Like, you know, Lawrence got his style. You know what I mean? But it was just good to get a hard couple of hours in boxing. But this morning when I woke up, I did feel it this morning. Man.
It's so hot now as well. The gym's like a fucking sauna. You come off the mat soaking. Like everybody try to grapple there. Was it last night? And everybody's just slipping about, falling about. Your top's fucking drenched. So helps get the weight in that down as well. These like very, very sweaty sessions. That's what's. It's like when we were training in Vegas there. I could do that every day. Just nice weather, heat, fucking quality.
So you want to talk about the fight you got offered of that, or we're doing just cut this out the podcast?
No. We got offered
it's chatting it.
Aye.
We got offered a fight in 2 weeks' notice, or 2.5 weeks' notice. I think it's Denver. Against Kevin Hall.
I think he's free there, I think, innit? Is that maybe why he's wanting on that card?
I'm not sure.
He's just announced the fight. Somebody's been announced to fight him. Hold on, I'll double check for you.
I seen that gay butt pirate was asking for him. The pirate guy.
Is he gay?
He fought at the weekend with one eye pirate.
Well, what's he fucking? He can't fight anywhere except Saudi, but
he called it Holland yesterday. The guy with the one eye at the weekend
and the
pirate.
red hair.
Pirate.
It's Maguda.
He called it Holland yesterday, like a video where he's holding his lizard. You see it?
No.
Aye.
He is good.
You think so?
I don't think he'll be good when he fights somebody like Holland. I think he's good.
Did your guy that he just fought?
Paul,
he took it in like.
Paul, you should fight him.
He took it in like a 2 weeks' notice, I'm sure. Or it was like maybe even a week's notice. That guy took that fight.
Loads of the fights in Riyadh, the same thing is happening this week. Loads of the fights in Riyadh fell out. And did you see what happened with Bo Nickel? I only found this out the other day. So it was meant to be, they were going to offer Bo Nickel the Robert Whittaker fight, but he was out hunting and he had no phone signal, so he couldn't get back to them. But then he was like, I wouldn't have went anyway. I'm no fucking going all the way out to Saudi.
You get your ass for Bobby Knuckles.
So I don't think it's actually been confirmed, but the rumour is he's fighting Jared Cannonier. Is it Cannonier?
Oh.
At Denver on the July 13th, so that's obviously ties in with what you're talking about there, Paul.
Is that a fight you would like, Paul? Is Kevin Holland?
I do.
That butt pirate guy?
I would take both. I think they're very good, both of them, but no with 2 weeks' notice. It's a dangerous fight. I'm not going to get easy fights. I'm happy with taking dangerous fights, but I'm kind of at a point in my career where I don't fight for money. I'm wanting to fight for glory. And I think if you take a last minute fight, it has to be ideal for you. And could I make the weight? Could I cut 20 kg in 2 weeks? Probably not. Not safely. Because I'm a little bit in the high head.
No chance.
Not safely, no.
No chance, man.
It's like why put yourself at a disadvantage? Like, so the boy who stepped in to fight
Shafa.
Whitaker,
Shafa.
he was meant to fight someone else. So he was already training for a fight and went in. That's a different thing. Like, any chance we can move you a week forward or 2 weeks forward, that's totally different. When you've already got a fight booked, you're in camp, you're getting like, do you know what? I feel ready now. Aye, let's go for it. But why just this, like, I'm just going to jump off the couch and fight? I didn't ever think that's a good idea, and I don't think anybody should be pushed into it. Why not bring your best? You want to bring your best self.
Your guy was quite quite honest what he said after it, though. He was quite
I never caught
refreshing. He was just saying, like, I knew it was a risk, but if I didn't take your Whitaker fight, then I'd just regret it, like, down the line, you know what I mean? Like, whatever happens. So
back to the
he wasn't full of excuses or that, you know what I mean?
Fucking good, man.
Yeah. He wasn't missing, eh?
He wasn't. Man. Told you, man. He's still
I thought he was great. I thought he was great.
I like seeing Bobby Knuckles win as well. They try and give him all the hard fights and he just keeps. He never knocks any of them back. And plus,
what do you think about him fighting Strickland then?
I like that fight.
I love it.
Is that what he called for?
No, but it seems to be what the sort of fans are leaning for, like, because obviously DDP Adesanya's booked, and then we'll see Whitaker, Strickland, and it's kind of like
I don't think
the two winners.
Strickland doesn't want it though. He's just waiting.
Says he wants to wait,
waiting,
and he's right to do that as well, mate. He's another one. He's took all the hard fights.
What he basically says that he beat Izzy, and like he says that he beat DDP,
and arguably beat
and he's
DDP.
like, in Whitaker, both of them beat you. And I just beat Costa, he like kind of stay at #1 contender. But I don't think Sean's the type of guy who's got to wait too long. He'll probably want to fight, and he'll probably just offer them Whitaker fight and probably take it.
Aye.
I think Sean can beat Whitaker and all.
I think so.
With his style, not
that pressure style always works for him. That's good fight. That's all we want to see, really, is good fights. We're not like, as fans, you can just go, aye, I want to see this guy versus this guy. But at the same time, you know these guys' career, like, Strickland does deserve to be title fighting, eh?
Aye.
So it probably is a wee. He should only really be fighting for titles. I don't know.
Are we all rooting for MVP?
I think the world is rooting for MVP.
I was just too bored. Then fight weeks came, and I'm just seeing all these interviews with Gary, and I'm just like, I can't stand you, man.
What's he coming out with? Is he coming out with any madness?
He's just basically saying that he's obviously confident, but he's like, he'll no land one punch on me. He's saying MVP won't land one punch. He's got to walk him like a dog round about it with the cage in a leash. He's his bitch, and he jumps up and starts doing what MVP does, like to throw this like kind of a blitz right hand, and it's just like.
What happens if MVP blitzes and drops him?
I know he's talking a lot. He needs to win. He needs to win, but
he said to Helwani as well that he struggled to get excited for the fight to start with. And now he's just starting to get kind of like into the mood for it, and you're like, mate, come on.
Can he say that?
It's only 12 and on. I mean, you've had 12 pro fights.
Aye.
So I kind of would like to see MVP kind of just
drop him.
Aye, just sit him down and then kind of taunt him a wee bit. It would be nice, I think.
I don't know, man. I'm in Team Gary.
You think Gary's got? I do think Gary's got to win, but
Aye.
I'd like.
I think Gary's very good, and we've not even really seen what he's capable of properly.
Why is he so annoying then? Why does nobody like him?
I don't know. Just hate him, to be
Do
sure.
you think he goes for that though? Like, and he uses it?
Nah, because Colby Covington does it too, and not everybody hates him. So I don't know. Like, he's maybe just a dislikable person. I don't know so I don't know if this is a character or this is how he is all the time. Like with Colby Covington, you can go, no, Colby's clearly a character. He's not like this all the time. But Ian Gary, I think, might actually be like that all the time. So I don't know. It's tough. I feel bad as well saying I hate saying I hope such and such loses, but I just would like to see MVP win.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? It's just a weird.
What is the main event to that again?
It's
got?
Yuri.
Yuri. Right.
Aye. Because and then
Yeah,
Goldberg is out now as well, and I'm going.
Aye, I think Potan will win again, man.
Aye.
But you never know, man. Yuri's wild and unpredictable as well. So, Potan can get knocked out. As he knocked him out, so and was a wee bit rocked with Yuri at times. So it can be done, man. That could be a proper 50-50 in the betting. That'd be a wee bit favourite towards Potan.
I think Potan's got to be the
close.
favourite because he's beat him before. But again, very close. There's no reason why Yuri can't win. He could. I think the stuff he's saying about the voodoo and that, though, I'm like, is he already worrying? Is it? But it's a strip, mate. It's a fucking, 10 days notice, jump into a main event, a massive card. A lot of pressure. Fair play to them both just diving in there.
I watched Bellator at the weekend. I chose Bellator or UFC.
Did you?
Then I turned it over for the main event just in time to see Bobby Knuckles land that uppercut. But
I seen it.
Bellator was good.
McGregor was there.
It was Bellator. Aye, Conor rocked up with the
vest on,
the Bentley roof down, and his slippers. He had slippers on because his toes injured. But they actually they interviewed him before. They interviewed him in the cage before they interviewed the winner of the actual fight that he was in for. So Dan Hardy's like, I'm going to get a word with Conor, even though
was it Paul Hughes?
No, it was a female fight. Sinead Kavanagh had just been beat.
She
just been beat.
And then they asked him,
she got choked.
wow, that's fucked up, isn't it?
Aye, before even asking the woman that beat her for an interview first, that mean.
I'd have left. I'd have just went, aye, cool, see you later.
Paul Hughes obviously got his win, but
did he look good?
He got dropped in the first round by a jab actually, and then the second round he took the guy down, and there was a second to go in the second round, but he was quite flurried with elbows, and the guy was cut, so they stopped it. But with Bellator, you can always pick who's got to win. I feel it's like it's the easiest to do a coup. See, if you picked 10 fights, you can probably pick your 10 winners. Man.
Is he going to PFL now? And he goes into the season, not the playoff. Have I got
he says
that right?
He's got another fight. Paul Hughes got another fight before the tournament, I think, though. So I don't know. I don't know where it's got to be or when it's got to be, if it's America or that. But I think they're doing a show in Belfast, and he is kind of a fan of Northern Ireland, so I'm assuming they would do the land there. And then they'll maybe do the tournament in the States. I honestly don't know. But that's only his second fight at lightweight. He was a featherweight in Cage Wars and stuff like that. So, and that guy beat was called like Bobby fucking King or some shit like that. And it was just like, who the fuck's Bobby King? You know what I mean, nobody knew who this guy was. So he still needs to be tested a wee bit. But he's very good everywhere, clearly, man. But so Bellator was actually alright. It was in Dublin, you know what I mean? So it was on at a decent time. Same with Saudi card.
In the 3 Arena, they sell it out, aye.
I don't think it was sold out, but it was a lot of tickets.
It always does good, eh? 3 Arena always does good for Bellator. Well, any MMA. Aye.
What about the Johnny Walker knockout?
I feel like when he comes up with somebody that's got a bit of power, like he always looks wobbled. Like,
could he just be too big, mate?
Somebody touches him and he's like this. He looks all over the place, but sometimes he's fine and he'll try a fucking flying V. But Ozdemir he's still got the power.
He's a big hitter.
I mean,
he's always been a big hitter, Ozdemir too. But is it maybe we've got to a stage now where Johnny Walker should just be fighting at heavyweight because he's just too fucking big, mate, and he's depleting his cell, and that's not going to help his chin. He's been knocked out a few times now. Like maybe he is just too like Paul. Like, you're not a small guy. I remember when you were in the cage room, I was like, fucking hell. He's obviously, he's got the weight cutting down to a science, don't get me wrong, but there's still going to have to be negatives for that. I don't know. Yeah. He could do great at heavyweight. Why not?
I don't know.
I'm not saying he wouldn't still get knocked out of some of these heavyweights. I'm just saying at least then he would be mitigating some of the damage to his fucking brain. I don't know. I kind of felt for him.
He's just a kid as well. So do you think that kind of stuff mentally fucks you as well?
Aye, maybe.
Probably, but
you're just having a kid.
These big hitters.
Like, are you... Sorry, on you go.
No, on you go. What you got to say?
No, what you got to say?
I was just saying, like, having a kid and trying to run a fight camp, that's going to be hard, man. And we're talking, like, weeks before, maybe, like, a week before his missus is pregnant. and she's a big part of his camp. So maybe that's like all these kind of factors fall into it as well, mentally.
Right, maybe, but it's the game, innit?
I know, you're right. And if you say you're going to fight, you're going to fight.
Aye. I mean, he came, he looked in good shape, he done everything he always does, but it just sort of, didn't go his way. And it's those type of knockouts as well, those are the type of scary ones. See where they're like rigid and you think like, fucking hell. I really want to see it. Like,
that wee extra shot.
Aye.
I love to see a knockout, but I didn't actually want to see anyone fucking hurt. So
Ozdemir still packing some power though, and like he puts on a weird pressure as well. His horns are quite low. He uses the calf kick well. Then when the back's against the cage,
that's when he goes.
He'll look to land in a wee flurry with his power and that. But he's still packing something.
He's still got it.
He's still packing.
He's you never fancy a wee return to light heavy, Paul?
Aye. If you ask me, if there was a fight this 2 weeks, if Kevin Holland wanted to fight light heavyweight, I would take it in a heartbeat.
A short notice light heavy you would take, aye?
In a heartbeat. I can cut 10 kg easy, but making that extra 10 I couldn't do. We're always in kind of decent shape. Maybe no fight camp ready shape, but we're always round about that. So I believe NAs could take a fight, but it would need to be light heavyweight for me.
Aye, that makes sense.
There's
lots of that's the thing. It's still in this like everyone's fighting everyone, and now we're getting back around to all the top 10 guys are fighting each other for a second time. It is getting a bit jammed up there, eh? There's definitely space where you could go and do something. But, what's your day looking like today anyway? What are you getting up to?
I've been invited to like a social media fucking conference.
Party.
Fucking wish. It's like a conference, but I'm not going to go to that because that sounds absolutely horrible. Having somebody telling you what to do on social media, like I don't give a fuck about my social media. I just don't care enough. Or do you remember Big Devlin? He's coming out to Vegas. Big Devlin. Aye, so I hit him up and he's like, I'm coming to Vegas for the International Fight Week, so I'll meet up with him and a couple of sherbets with him. I think he's into night at 8 o'clock or something along the line, so I'll hit up with Big Devil.
That's quite cool. I was asking for him.
He's a good big guy, eh?
Aye, so help with him, and then just like I'm still not officially working yet, so I'm just going to be bumming about, talking about Vegas. Spent yesterday just looking at trainers, going to different sneaker shops, bought a few t-shirts. You want to see one of the t-shirts, Chris? Oh,
that movie one.
Aye,
go and get it.
I'll go and get it, boys. He's gonna have a wee look at the view.
Oh, look at that! I don't miss that heat. Trump Tower in the background. Trump Hotel. I think that's Trump, man.
Aye.
Talk about stuff not making sense, man. What about your man? Yeah.
Oh, that's a beauty.
That's a fucking badass t-shirt, isn't it?
Aye. 50 year next year.
Aye.
75, that's mad.
What about your man just disappearing in Tenerife, man? Just like...
that young guy, so like, I've seen people saying that there's loads of dubious stuff going on.
I wonder if anybody just started shouting on him.
What do you think? Right, what? Truthfully, what
anybody's tried to shouting on him?
The dinner's ready.
Just drove a bit with it.
Hurry up,
Some of this social media stuff so funny. I seen a boy, he's posted, he's like, I've got 12 highly trained XL bullies. I'm ready to go to Tenerife right now and track them down.
The Facebook page is absolutely brilliant.
It's fucking bonkers. But why is this like grabbed everybody? Why is mate, a young guy has got on a mad one. He's pissed some cunt off at a rave and one thing's led to another and he's not coming home. Right? And I know it's fucking horrible because it would be nice if he did, but things have went wrong, and this happens sometimes. It happened to a boy in Dunfermline not that long ago. Nobody gives a fuck about him. Like, why is this specific person grabbed the...
Because you kind of get stuck in a cactus in Dunfermline.
You could, mate. You could.
Moza went with there, man. She's on in Oz now, know what I mean? So she went out to find her son, end up partying. Know what I mean?
Took a couple of pingers and was like, fuck it, we'll get him now.
She's like Mickey Rourke in The Wrestler, man.
Start again in the morning. Get a bag up here.
See Mickey Rourke in The Wrestler, that's what she looks like, man. She's ready to put the elbow pads on and all that. Fucking jump off the top rope, man.
Do you think it's a Shannon Matthews situation? It's all pretend to try and get money. Mind when that wifey hid her own daughter. Remember that?
Is it? You think the boys did?
Nah, I think he's hiding.
You think he's hiding?
Hiding.
Why have they started a GoFundMe page?
Aye,
30
exactly.
grand.
It's the Shannon Matthews.
It's not like a
thing.
GoFundMe page. You know what I mean?
He's having to sit in some house right now in Tenerife, and they've got too deep, and now they're all like, "Oh yeah, come, we're going to have to keep going with this. Like, how do we get out of this?"
Well,
Like Alpha Dog, Alpha Dog.
Guys, I can't wait to see him on James English. Was it hard?
James English is out there right now.
Was that cactus sharp? How sharp was this cactus?
James English is out there with a drone looking for him. he's an active participant in the search.
Let's go back to the start with machete a wee boy. So that's what they're saying. He was involved in like attacking a boy with a machete and an axe, and they all go out in community service. And then he's everywhere there. So I'm like, they're like, what's that got to do with it? Does that mean he can't be found? Know what I mean?
It's a good place to do it though.
But he went to walk through the mountains for 13 hours to get home.
Aye, cool story, bro.
Aye.
He's went back.
I've just got to walk home 13 hours through all the mountains in that heat with no water, no phone.
Aye. My two theories
Okay.
are he's went back with somebody he shouldn't have, and the fucking mans came home or something. He's went back with a lassie and our fucking fellies came in and just fucking, he's maybe hit him over the head with something and killed him and has went, right, let's go off to do something here. Or it's the Shannon Matthews thing, just hiding him. Mate, if I fucking came home from my work and my missus is in bed with some 19-year-old guy with pure fucking super noodle hair and fucking big fake teeth, I'm cutting his head open.
Well, one of the theories is they were selling drugs for Moroccans.
Oh,
and
mate,
that's
everyone
why they're
sells
raising
drugs.
Greg.
The money to pay the debt.
Aye.
Yes.
Sorry, something went wrong there. It just went sideways. I was shouting your name there. Like, Greg! the volume just went, sorry, on you go.
Aye. What was this theory, sorry? Selling drugs for Moroccans and they
Aye,
took all the
aye.
gear.
And then the GoFundMe page is just to cover the debt so they can get them back. That's just a theory, by the way.
What's your theory?
I think he's dead.
You think so?
Aye. What's that, been a week?
That's a while.
Aye.
It's not a big island.
And plus they're searching everywhere. So
Think of Tenerife
Unless
Police
they've
give a
got-
fuck though.
unless it's Inglorious Bastards, you're hiding them under the floorboards, yeah? You're hiding them under the floorboards, yeah?
Carry on this conversation in French.
Cuts to the mall and she's like Latrell and white chick with the glow sticks, man. The mall's not
Is
giving
this
her
true?
fuck.
Aye. Is this 100% true? The mum is out there partying.
No, they flew them all out.
Aye, and she's just went out bevying there. Or is this old footage? Because I thought fucking people were joking about this. Like, surely she's not actually doing that. But then I did see her yesterday and I thought, aye, she looks the type.
What's the video where like the woman, is it the Rick James one where she's talking about crack? She looks like her. You know what I'm talking about? Or is that Rick James?
Oh, I do know the one you're on about.
She's smoking. Looks like Whoopi Goldberg.
It's like one hell of a drug.
Aye. She looks like them all. Or that fucking interview, whatever the fuck it is.
Charlie Murphy.
Chris,
Yes.
you ever been involved in a non-fault accident?
I have.
Now, I don't know if you know my guys at G4 Claims.
No, tell me more.
I will. So these guys will take all the stress of dealing with the accident and they will get you on the road a lot quicker. They will deal with all the harassment that you've got to deal with, phoning up people, stressful. You deal with the girls at the front, absolutely tremendous at their job, very friendly, and they'll get you on the road as soon as they possibly can. Stress-free, utmost respect.
How much of my claim will I get?
Well, you'll get whatever's entitled to you, my man.
100% it is. It's 100%.
Oh, is it?
Aye.
Well, we'll keep
So
going.
I was feeding you on that there. Thought you not.
Do you know the number?
Aye.
The number? No, but I'll give you the number.
You absolutely fucked that.
I fucked that up, I'm sorry.
No, but I've got it on my phone.
I'll tell you the number now.
Tell me the number.
It's 01698 767 172. Or you can visit their website.
I was going to say that. I don't actually have a phone.
Nah. So go on the website, notatfault.com.
What is the company called again?
G4 Claims.
Survive.
Is that not the Charlie Murphy one?
Is that
It's a Charlie Murphy.
I'll need to look up about that. What about,
Aye.
did you know the diddler is paying Sting $2,000 a day for using the I'll be was it I'll be watching you? Lyric at the
Oh,
back-
I'll
back.
be missing you.
Every breath. What's it? Aye.
Aye, so he pays him $2,000 a day for the rest of his life
It's all right.
for basically using that without permission.
Paul, I think your microphone, you're only working on one side, I think.
I can hear you through.
Is it?
I can hear him.
I can hear you.
On both?
No, I can hear him from my
What do you mean?
left.
I can only hear him through one headphone, like one side.
Hello.
Should we
Can
do so?
you hear me?
Aye. It's my left.
Aye, something went wrong.
Hello.
Something went sideways and then just everything cut off for me. But I've been enjoying as a bystander watching the podcast. It's pretty fucking brilliant.
Aye, so imagine just picking up $2,000 every day for the rest of your life.
Aye.
Every day.
For nothing.
For stealing your song.
Aye, just be like, couldn't you let bygones be bygones?
Mm-hmm.
Just like send over a couple of the fucking birds you've got. We'll forget all about this. What age is he now?
Who the diddler?
Sting.
Sting?
Old guy.
I'm going to say 70.
So this is 70.
No. 69.
Good age. Great age.
He is 72.
72.
Wow.
Mad shagger still.
He did.
Guaranteed.
He does loads of yoga and does loads of like fucking doesn't eat certain animals and he's one of the guys.
Yoga guy's shaggy.
Aye. Bending his legs behind the back of his neck and just give him a gug.
Remember they were slagging him in Family Guy? It's like you can never understand any of the Sting songs apart from like the last 2 lines or something.
I love Family Guy. I've not watched it for
the
ages.
fields of gold. It's just like you only hear the last 2 bits.
What's happening with P. Diddy now?
It just kind of disappeared.
Is he still-
didn't he?
Aye.
Like
He
he's
did-
there with Jay Slater, I think.
Aye, him and Jay are out and a picture's going to come out. James English with a fucking yelly trackie on.
They're just bringing him down again.
Open the Bet365 app.
He's acting like he fucking tore it down, didn't he?
I know. Fucking wild. But I don't know what else is happening. And obviously the prize fighter thing. I don't know.
So the first prize fighter gets drawn the now for the London one. Well, it's been drawn at 2 o'clock.
Aye.
Aidan Stevens. So
Was he not on
As
the
I said-
runner-up? I think he was on the runner-up. I don't think he
no, it's not. It's just getting drawn the now. So I don't know if that was what they were asking, like some of the commentators and some of the judges what they would prefer. So
Oh,
that
right.
wasn't the real one.
Right.
That wasn't the real
Oh, they
one.
were asking who they thought should be in the prize fight.
Aye, what their draw would be. So it was at 2 o'clock. So I don't know if Aidan will be on it, but we spoke about this last week. Like they got to do hot the balls up, like fucking Clancy's the hot ball. Like he
Having
needs to be
6
picked.
people is stupid.
But you're not
you
going
got it there.
you're not going to know have Sean in the 4.
Nah.
Aye.
So 11 minutes ago, they've announced Stephen versus Luth.
So
Oh, good. He's in it.
Luff, he got the Swedish guy.
Aye.
He got fight of the year. So Stephen did make it. Aidan
Good.
Good on.
And the other one is
Martinini,
it Quadrian versus Maya?
right?
And that's
Oh,
only
so-
that's only 2 that's been announced so far.
Who is
Aye,
six?
so
Six?
the
So
other
that's
one,
it?
the other one's Martin. The other one's the full one.
Aye, they're stand-ins
they're-
if somebody gets
They're
hurt.
the 2. So
I didn't think they should date like that with the 6. They should just have the 4 in the hat and then maybe have 2 boys who know, by the way, look, if somebody gets injured for this, would you be all right to step into it?
But I think they need them to fight though. If the other ones have got to fight first, so you can't have them no fighting at all. So that's why they're actually got to have a fight anyway. So they've went through a fight like the other 2 fights.
And so the 2 guys who are left over as stand-ins, will they then fight?
They're fighting.
Right.
Aye.
Okay. I'm with you.
You know what I
That
mean?
makes more sense.
So they'll be fighting 100%. But the first 2 semi-finals are only got to be 2 rounds
Aye.
with no elbows. So
No elbows.
no elbows in the first 2 fights. The finale
Is a
will be
3-rounder with
3-rounder
elbows.
with elbows. So it's
Aye.
the rule set is altered a wee bit for the first 2 semis.
Just to make sure they're unscathed for the
Aye, that's it. So they're not injured. But so Aidan's made it. So
Mm-hmm.
so I told you about the bounty thing as well, Paul.
No.
You get a bounty.
Aye.
So you call your finish in your round. So I'm going to say I'm going to win first round rear naked choke. We'll write that down, and then if you do win it, you get an extra 10 grand for that. And then if you win the full thing, you get an extra 50 grand plus obviously your purses for your fight. So there'll be a bit of change to be made for some of the guys.
Hopefully they make some money, aye.
I could see Aidan winning that.
Mhm.
Luff's a great fighter, good striker, but Aiden, when he gets people doing, Aiden can stick to people like glue, can mount them, he'll have their back for a full round, and he can finish as well. So I can see Aiden winning that. And then
he's won with a lot of different submissions as well. I'm sure I've seen him win on Cage Wars with Kimura once too. He can get subs for a lot of good places, So he's just a good solid guy, Aiden. He always does well.
So then obviously Glasgow comes, we'll have the welterweight ones, where Sean's should be in that one as well. So you're not going to have it in Scotland, and the Scottish guy's not going to make the 4, surely not. So I see my idea.
I was trying to draw him on it in the gym the other night on Monday, and I was like, right, Sean, so how is it they're going to get you in the draw? And he was just like laughing and no, really. I was like, come on, just tell me, what are they going to do? And he was like, no.
The roasting hot ball. Pick the hottest ball.
Oh, Sean Clancy.
Is that actually how they do it? They just draw it out?
Aye, mate.
Aye.
They were doing a live draw for it, so
I didn't realise that's how they done
at
it.
2. But I
hope he that's what he was saying the other day. He's like, look, I'm just fucking focused on getting this fight won, getting it done, doing my job. But
it would be good to go in, finish quick sub, right? The other guy goes through 2 rounds, it's a 1 round each, then goes into the 3rd round, it's a war. You're just sitting back like you're 30 second guillotine or something, that I mean. The guy's all fucked for his war, and then you get him in the final later and just smoke him.
Aye. The big one I hope is that nobody gets cut or there's any disadvantage. Do you know what I mean? I like it when just both guys kind of get through and then we get a good finale fight. I've seen it before with that the prize fighter boxing where a guy's won but then couldn't go on in Day's last fight because he was fucking cut or he was broken his hands or something like that. That's what you definitely didn't want. Because even if you went through, imagine you lost your first fight, went through and won in the final, you'd still feel a bit like, nah, didn't he though, did I? Again, obviously the 50 grand is nice, but it's not really what it's about.
Is there any other MMA promotions that do a prize fighter? Or is this?
I think one maybe do it. One championship maybe do.
PFL do the biggie.
Aye.
PFL do the biggie. The 1 million one. In Europe they do it for 100,000. But PFL don't do elbows as well, Paul.
Elbows.
So the whole, like, obviously Paul Hughes on the weekend in Bellator be like vicious elbows, and I was just like, well, when you go into the tournament,
can you do it?
You're not going to have that.
And the thing is as well, you'd think in the main events they just go, right, everything's in now, elbows are in, but they're no. Even when it's like the final, the $1 million final, there's still no elbows. I didn't get what difference it makes at that point. They're not going on to another fight, and it's not on the same night either. So
I know, but they fight more regular though, don't they?
They seem to. Aye, it's like every 12 weeks. PFL's
if they're in the season.
Aye, when it's in the season, it's 12 weeks.
Which I like that.
Gets you out there.
Keeps them active as well.
Aye,
but I like the actual, like the table, like a fitba table where you'll get certain points or finishing or.
Aye.
Remember at one point Stevie Ray needed to finish. I remember they needed to finish to actually go into the playoffs and stuff like that. I like that was cool, man.
First round stoppage is 6 points, and then it's 4, like? And it's I'd need to bring it up to see it all, but it's a bit tricky to follow along. I think if you're just a normal, if it's different for us who fucking probably watch everything, but if you're just a guy trying to get into MMA, I think it's a wee bit too much.
Aye,
it wouldn't suit you as well, but it's still good.
So you've got a lot coming up, obviously after the. September's a big month for MMA in Scotland.
Cage Warriors and PFL, Hydro
as well. So it's good, I suppose, because we went for so long with foot hovering shows in Scotland.
We were at a point.
I'd fuck all.
We were at a point before COVID where it was in a good price state, Scottish MMA, and then after COVID, it kind of took a hit, and it's taken us a good few years to get back to where we are now.
And obviously UFC Glasgow's never happened again.
It's never going to happen. Make too much money everywhere else. So you imagine Scottish folk like what they're charging from Manchester. They won't pay it, and you're not going to sell it. Not only that, if you're not getting the heavy price tickets, then you need to have more bodies in it, and the Hydro just doesn't have the numbers for it, so they're not going to come back.
Aye.
And it's easy to say it, but I get it from a business point of view.
I know.
That's why the wrestling gate was probably so high for the Hydro as well, and it's like
to cover
price of tickets.
Aye.
To cover the costs.
Because there was so few seats, so make it ticket prices.
because it's not cheap. The production and stuff like UFC in Riyadh there, you couldn't have guessed it was in Riyadh. Like it just went off seamlessly, just like it could have been any other city. The UFC is just like a well-oiled machine. But when you watch some of the boxing events in Riyadh, sometimes there's a few production problems and a few wee bits and bobs here fuck up. The UFC didn't make any mistakes. Like they go to places and they put on the best show there is, and it's because they put the amount of money into the production. Right. That's why, and it costs a lot of money. So on the one hand, I understand.
Was there females? Was there female ring girls?
Nope.
Wow.
No ring girls. No ring girls, no female fights, and there was something else as well. There was some other...
Was the female commentators like Franco and that there?
Oh, I don't even know.
No.
I would have to check, but
No.
I think that's Greg giving the signal that we're going to head over to Patreon now. So
it was Bisbing in DC and that was on it. There wasn't Stanko.
So Stanko. Come over and join us on Patreon if you want to see if there was actually any women allowed in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.